Hi there, Ron here, Fireball Play, and welcome to another open game night.
Hello,
Hi
hello.
everyone,
Hi,
what's
everybody.
up?
Geeks rule the
Hey.
world. I'm sorry.
Woohoo!
That's the best one.
Like,
Geeks rule the
you guys know
world.
that Tears for Fears song?
Everybody.
Before we get flagged,
Hi, I'm Denmark, who cannot sing, obviously.
same here. Can't sing. I can maybe play a little bit. Ron here, and
Kyo.
our
Hey.
yeah,
Hey, what's up, everybody? We were just talking about that game stop, right? GameStop.
yeah, the board game Pump and Dump.
That's awesome. Geeks rule the world. It
True.
warms my heart.
It's a stocks game again.
Yes, yes. They were playing a game of what's that stockpile?
Yes.
Stockpile.
And
The
actually, it
gamers,
works.
the gamers had some good training from all the board games, and they realized that they could, or maybe they were playing like Raccoon Tycoon, and they were just selling what good.
Raccoon Tycoon.
Hey, that's a cute game.
It is
So,
a cute
hello.
game. It is a painful stock market game because, like, when you sell, it's like it just drops. Like, okay, it just
Our
goes.
hello to our four viewers. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Hey. I.
What's up? What's up? Oh, and by the way, congratulations to Gaming Library for 10 years.
Congratulations. A
10
decade.
years. Congrats.
A
Good
decade.
job, good job. Thank you for sharing the love of board gaming to more people. Hope you
Right.
guys were able to
Yeah.
pass by in their stream a while ago.
Yeah, I think they just ended like 30 minutes ago or a few
Maybe,
minutes
yeah,
ago.
yes, yes.
Good job.
Good job.
All
So
right. I
it
think Javi
also
will follow soon.
shares some idea where we've been in this hobby for a long time.
It's been
Because I
10 years.
remember the time that he wasn't a store yet.
I've
So I'm like,
been gaming since 2009, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
I'm
yep.
relatively new. And
That's
I
relatively
remember
new.
that
Yeah.
their store was first store of GL that I've been to was
Was it that
behind
parking?
a auto store.
Yes, it was in the
That was the
yes.
first one I've been to. So I can still remember that. So that was where I first got Takenoko,
Ah,
Betrayal, and Quirkle, if I'm not mistaken. Those are my
Nice.
first games from them. See, still
um,
memorable.
Go,
I think I
Ron.
got Munchkin.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. The magic
Woohoo!
game. The game.
You guys should stop on hating on Munchkin.
I didn't say anything. You're the one
No,
who
no,
said, hey.
I remember which Munchkin I got. I got the Munchkin that was like this, the one where it had a board.
Hmm.
It's the deluxe edition, I think. I had
I think
the
so.
same
Cracker.
thing.
Yeah. Apparently, it's just you and the level, but you do have this Munchkin character that you can put up the
Minis.
the numbers.
Yeah, those minis are cute.
Yes, that's why I got it, and
You
I
got them for the
played
quite a
mini.
few more games.
I played Smash Up on one of the earliest Ola boards. Smash Up
Oh,
Mm.
tournament. And wala pang first round, I lost to a guy using zombies, and I'm like, oh, zombies were the OP ones. Okay.
Okay,
zombies and
okay.
aliens, so OP. Aliens bounce, yeah.
I saw a smash up. That's that's Marvel.
Yes,
Yes.
there's a new one.
I'm so
There's
tempted.
also Munchkin Marvel. Just so
I
you guys
know,
know.
I know, but that's just Munchkin.
Yeah.
I mean, Munchkin's good, but the framework in Munchkin is quite repetitive. Um, or at least that's how it felt. Um, but maybe Smash Up. I don't know because of the whole idea of like combining decks, and then so you can partner Captain Marvel with uh Jubilee.
Werewolves. Okay.
Who
There's
who
X.
are you
Wait,
thinking
hold on.
of?
There's X-Men in the collection
No,
of Smash
no,
Up.
no,
Marvel,
I don't
wala.
think so. I don't think
Ah, wala
so.
na.
You're
So
making things up
Avengers
now.
na. It's Smash
Hey
Up.
Argy, hey
Hey,
Ace.
Argy.
Splendor Marvel. Yeah. Splendor Marvel.
Yes, that
Good
one.
good
That
morning
one.
on your side of the world.
Marvel. Denmark has a copy he's gonna give
Oh,
me.
this one?
Yes,
Ah,
that
he's
one.
gonna give you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the one that he's giving me that copy as a gift when
Oh,
he's tired of
okay.
playing it. Hey
You got tired of that yesterday, right?
Hey Angel.
Angel, what's up? How
Why
have
is
you
it
been doing?
that my shelf is the one that you guys are always waiting for?
No, I'm not
Ron's
waiting for a lot
The
of your
third
Ron's
one
games.
on the
shelf is
upper
also
side.
Only a
nice.
few. Only a few. You can keep your sub Court of the Dead. I'm fine with that. Oh,
You
I
can have
but
Court of the Dead.
Luvin's also waiting for that one.
that's true. But definitely the Splendor Marvel. I'm
You
game with that.
Marvel.
you do
What
know you
other
could
Marvel
get
things?
one, right?
I know.
Why get
I
one
know.
when someone would give you one?
Yes.
Exactly. I
We
figured
know
that
you're
one.
gonna get tired of it.
I don't think so. I think my wife is enjoying it, so
Yeah.
she brings it
How
out
about
with other
Panam?
people.
How about Panam?
No,
You got
Pan
used to it, right?
Panam is my 2020 game of the year. It is so
Oh.
good. You can ask Ron. It's a stock market game.
Yeah, yeah. Alam is a train stock market game, pretty much. Root building with a little bit of stocks. You're anticipating where. Oh, it's odd because you're going like you're forecasting not a not a growth, but rather like a spread of of roots, and that's what you're hedging on.
All right.
Correct.
Wait,
And
before since
access to the internet. Otherwise, we could bring it down.
since there's a lot of people, maybe we should try doing something new. And not really new, but we've done this before. We've played games before, and Kyo earlier on brought this up. So while people are here, and we haven't bored them yet, so maybe
Make it
we could
stick.
we could play a game with them. So everyone who's watching, there's like 7 on our Facebook page and 1 on Twitch. Right, there's 1 on Twitch.
Let's
Really?
test
Cool.
your.
you could you could play with us and try to see if you know these games. It's like, have you guys played 4 picks and a word? Am I saying that right? Right. 4 picks and a word.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
It's
doing
a,
this 3 words and a pick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're doing this in reverse, so you guys can jump in and you can play with us. And we want to share this time with you, so hopefully you also will participate.
Yeah.
So
And
are we actually what are you doing?
Don't
What are you doing?
don't show the answers yet
are
because
you
we
seeing
don't
the
know it
answers? Are you
either.
seeing the answers or no? Not yet.
I don't see the answers.
We see
I
a
didn't
black
even know we had a
screen.
game.
Wait, hold on. Oh, now they went to 5. How do I work this? Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show 3 words, and you guys will guess which is the game that we are talking about. Am I right?
Oh,
I said that
this
right,
can
right?
go in so many ways.
No, we're keeping it
Do we
family.
give like maybe like 10 like 15 second um like a 10-second delay so that our participants our
Yeah,
online friends can actually join in? I don't know the time delay
Sure.
we have.
Why
people
not?
could guess.
People could guess.
Otherwise, we're gonna see what we say by the
I
time
think they
that
see this the same time that we're seeing it.
no,
They're
no.
not.
This
They're on delay.
buffers. Yes,
All
yes.
right then.
On
We're
delay.
Ooh,
we're slightly ahead in the future by
Oh,
maybe like 30 seconds
we're ahead by
because we
30
need to
30 seconds.
seconds.
send this to StreamYard and then StreamYard is sending it to uh,
Facebook.
all of the
Okay.
different
Okay.
streaming
Okay.
services, and then they're downloading it on their end. So
All right. So
that's
20
not gonna be
seconds.
instantaneous.
All right then.
All right.
So anyway, let's try this for the first time. No wait.
All right.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Testing everybody's game board know-how. Let's see if
Okay.
it's familiar to you.
Here's the first one. Okay, so my monitors are blacked out because as soon as I press share screen, everything went black. So that means I'm not seeing you guys. I'm relying on your audio.
Yes, and we also
No
cannot see
problem.
your camera.
Oh,
Oh, we can
really?
see you too. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind that then. So
All
let's
right.
try this one. Here's the first one. Here's the
Okay.
first clue. Can you see it?
Silk Road.
Yep.
So
I still can't see your camera, Denmark.
That's
that's fine.
okay. That's okay.
So
So
do we
that's
type? Do we type in
maybe you
chat?
could type, and then here's the second clue.
And we're gonna count.
Silk Road Caravan and what?
Hey, everybody, the viewers,
So anybody
you
who-
have to beat Kyo and Ron
Catan.
in this game. No, it's not
Oh,
Catan.
okay.
That's-
So there
that's
you go.
pretty easy.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
No, it's not Catan.
So do we
Here's the last
answer?
clue.
Oh, mhm.
It's Caravan Spice Road.
So obviously, the
Century.
game is Century Spice. All right, so you guys
Century
know
Spice
how
Road.
this goes. All right.
Century Spice sounds like
Cool, cool,
a,
cool, cool.
a Ajinomoto product.
It's a seasoning. All right.
All right, you guys
You
get
can
it.
use
You guys
milk
get-
as the
understand.
seasoning.
What?
Century egg spice. I don't know. Salted egg. Let's go. Let's move us forward. Let's move us forward.
Moving on.
Before we
moving on.
before we segue, come on.
Okay, so you guys know how
You
to
can
play this now.
maximize
Okay.
that, Denmark. You can double click the top bar.
See
Double
What?
click your
Top
top
bar?
bar.
those
Okay.
people
The
who
title.
raised their hands for Catan. I know you guys knew that that was supposed to be somewhere near there.
Oh, are we silk roading again?
Catan. No, that's
All right, so we're doing this now. Are you guys good? Let's
Yes.
do the second part. Okay, so everybody, there's 6 of you that are watching us.
seven.
There's 7 now.
So, 7. All right, that I think the other one was me because I turned on my phone.
Oh,
Okay, so
There's
here's
6 now.
here we go. Here's number 2.
Number 2.
But,
Uh,
okay, no, I can that,
um,
that red box,
no,
black box.
it has some sort of leadership thing. Like if you've won the race. Oh,
You didn't say.
wait.
Okay,
It's a
never
little bit
say.
different. Okay, okay,
See where it goes.
okay. I
Yeah.
got it. I got
You
it.
guys
I
can
got
type
it.
All right.
So
Something to do with-
where are we typing? Are we typing in the
on
public
chat.
chat?
Should we type it? Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Blood Rage.
28. Are we doing this now? Okay.
Whoops.
Yes.
So apparently, if
Alright.
I type it, it pops up on every stream.
Hey, that's new. Look at that.
That is cool.
All right.
That
So
is
there you
cool.
go.
I just simultaneously commented on
Everywhere.
Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
All right.
Cool.
So we have that one going on. So I hope the others are also joining. But maybe guys can count like 10 seconds before you
Gotcha.
type your answer. Because like what Ron is saying, it's going to be delayed and stuff. So let's go. Moving on.
Blood Rage. Wow.
Champions of Midgard.
It could have
Power
been
Grid.
Champions of Midgard. All right. Here's number...
Green
Officially
Star.
number 2.
Dino Park.
Stone Age.
Stone Age. The C word. Caverna. Oh. Hey.
Hey, Jake.
So there you go.
Jake's-
Jake got it. Jake got it.
Jake got
Jake's
it.
gonna
Stone
beat
Age.
all of us in this game. All
Yeah.
right, Jake won.
Only
Jake
love hot.
won. So Jake now has one. Love
Suck.
hot, right?
Love
Suck,
hot.
Jake. All right. Stone Age. Okay, number 3. Here we go. Oh, I don't think you guys know this.
Poker.
Las Vegas. High. Yeah. High stakes.
Wait.
Wait. Um.
Um, I got this. I
Uh,
got this.
spe-
Ah, I
Pusoy
know.
dos.
No.
It's
This
not
is
appearing
Yeah,
yet. Wait,
Lords
I'll
of
tell you guys
Vegas.
when it
Yeah.
appears so that you
That's
know how
that's
it's
my
how
that's,
delayed we are. There,
that's
it
my
just
bet.
appeared. It just appeared right now on the screen.
oh, told
So
you.
now we know how long it takes. I think it's around 20 seconds.
I'm
So it's
Okay.
betting on
high
Lords of
stakes,
Vegas.
speed, and the last part. So I'm telling you when it's gonna appear so that you guys can give the answer if no one else has given it.
Camel up. Hey, that's a good guess
You know
too.
what's funny?
No,
I own
not
that
Camel Up.
game, but I can't remember the name.
There you
Just,
go. Now it appeared.
just say that game.
It's that the one
It's at the
by
tip of Ron's tongue.
by
use
Come on,
use the
Ron.
most use the most common word in Tagalog.
All
Ano.
right, here
The
we
ano.
go.
no, wait.
Yan yung ano.
Yan nga yun.
I was gonna
That's
Oh,
that.
say
hey, look. Game of life. I like that. High
I was
stakes, speedy
remembering the
betting.
publisher. It's like, oh, it's that studio, that Restoration Games.
There. So it's down force. High stakes betting with speed and cars. All right. Next.
Downturn.
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 How do you
No,
All right. So here's the next one. I'll tell you if it gets um on the page. I mean on my monitor. There you go. So the
realms,
first
the realms.
one is the realms. Now it appeared. So that's the first clue, the realms.
The realms.
We're far off into the future. We're like 20 seconds off into the
I
future.
told you.
And
You should keep
then
going. 'Cause it's 20 seconds to go.
The realms.
and
Tyrant Queen.
Um,
Monopoly.
second clue just appeared
Boudoir.
to them.
Boudoir.
No.
Ooh. Oh, wait.
Starcraft.
Clear the
Clear.
third one. So hopefully it will appear to them also.
Wait. The realms.
Path of Light and
Villainous?
Shadow.
Hey, that's a good guess. Villainous.
I don't think there's a Tyrant Queen there, though.
All right. In 5, 4, 3,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2,
There's a Tyrant Queen in Path of Light and Shadow?
That's what the intro says.
Oh,
It says
okay.
the
I
Tyrant
didn't know.
Queen has taken over the realms.
Light and shadow.
I just know that you can either be cruel or merciful.
There you go. So,
Rule
2
or
for Jake, 1 for Ron. Nice try, Argy. Almost.
It was a
I'm not
good.
even trying.
It was a good.
Good try.
Because you're going like you could be a merciful villain.
I was gonna say Avalon. You know. The
Do we
realm.
go on?
Rule
Go
merciful.
on. Next. Next.
Go.
Okay. I think I'll just do this all at the same time or
Yes,
like
you
5
should,
seconds, right?
because at least people can see it right away.
1, 2, 3. 1,
Legendary
2,
City.
3. Okay, now you guys guess. And I'm just gonna wait, don't guess first. Wait for them.
There's an E. Give me an
don't
E.
need to tell us how to wait because
They just
until
had the
they-
second clue. They just had the second clue, and now they have the third clue. So it just went in.
Okay, this
Aruba.
L E.
Still Las Vegas. Still Las Vegas for
Las
Jake.
Vegas, yeah. Legendary
Alright.
City.
Last 5 seconds.
El
5,
Dorado.
4,
El Dorado.
3,
Yeah, that's my
2,
guess.
1. The
El
quest
Dorado.
Yay.
for El
Then
Dorado.
then I'm wrong then. Because El Dorado is hey Christopher.
It's different
Christopher
from
got it.
the quest
There you
form.
go. Christopher got it right there
There,
because it
hey,
it just appeared on their part.
good job.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do next. Yes, go.
Yes, go.
All right,
You
Christopher.
should
This
just
is
keep going for all of the. That way we can see it faster.
Hmm.
Green got.
okay. It's
Ah,
not
Green
yet
Gully
on. It's not
doesn't.
yet on. It's not yet on. It's not yet
Isn't,
on.
isn't, isn't,
I'll tell you guys if it's on so that you guys can go.
okay.
okay.
One more clue, and now it's
Alright.
on.
Isn't that the
Fern
animated
Gully.
film?
Yes,
Oh
exactly.
wait, that's Fern
Fern
Gully.
Gully. Yeah.
How old am I? Oh my goodness.
It's time to play the music.
Half of our audience is like, what's Fern Gully?
What is Fern Gully? I gotta look it up on
Fern Gully,
Google.
the board game. All right, 5 seconds. Five, four,
Uh,
Uh,
three,
uh,
two.
Male Persona.
no
Come on.
idea, actually.
Oh, come on, Ron.
Persona.
You played this.
Charter
Oh,
Stone.
that's why I
Oh,
don't have an idea what it is.
You've played this, right? You finished the whole set. A whole campaign, I mean.
No,
Persona.
I'm a kid guy. That's why I didn't know.
You
Oh
did
no, he's
what?
killing me. Persona.
Okay.
See,
It's
Jake knows Fern Gully. Just
Yeah,
every,
he's great.
everybody else, like Angel, probably doesn't know.
I
He's
bet
much
Argy
younger than
doesn't know too. All right, next, moving on. So Green Gully is the place where you came from, and you're making guideposts. And never mind. Moving on.
All right, all right.
If you said crates,
All right, you just wait. I'll
Visitor.
tell you. Oops. I showed it.
viticulture.
I cannot guess.
But I'm sorry, I screwed that one up. But for everybody
You're gonna
who
see it. It's
knew,
not like it's not been recorded. Oh, it's autoplay.
Auto
There you got it.
play.
Good job.
looking for VT.
Looking for VT. Looking for RFS. RFS.
RFS because Jake said it's better than. Okay, moving on my.
But is this really better than?
Relative opinions.
Sorry, I screwed that one up. Okay, I should do this a little bit slower. Okay, next. But this is way better than. Anyway, next one.
Ah,
One, two,
disaster.
three. Okay,
Supply
stop. That's it.
delivery.
Grab. Wait for them.
Food Panda.
Food Panda. Wait. There's one. There's two. And now there's three for the audience.
Pandemic rapid response.
Food Panda. Food
Food.
Panda.
Go. There,
Okay,
Angel got it too.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Angel,
Grab.
that's exactly the name. Look at that.
Rapid response.
Rapid
See?
response. And not just
It's
pandemic.
grab the pandemic game.
Grab
It's
the pandemic.
Fuse. It's Fuse, the pandemic game. All right. I think I have 10 more. I have a lot of these because I
10 more.
had fun doing this earlier.
Food pandemic.
All right, next.
It's
Okay.
delivering food during Christmas.
Okay, wait
Hang on.
lang, boys. Wait
Hold
lang.
Oh,
Let's wait for them to have this. I know you guys can see it. Co-host can see it, but let's wait for the viewers. One, two. There you go. Now there's the third one.
Trading Port, Warehouse, Wizards Traveling Imaginarium.
I-
Was that new movie in Netflix?
Kiyo, have you played any of these games?
Um,
Uh,
but I've read about them.
is
Okay.
this? This is not Mystic Veil.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Warehouse.
3,
Room
2,
service. Could be.
1. Here we go.
Oh.
I didn't get popular games.
Oh.
I mean, recent
no,
popular
I
games.
agree. But if you
Okay.
play If you placed neighbor,
No.
Neighbor.
A big
yeah, if
giveaway.
you placed neighbor,
Oh,
you will get it.
oh.
Or top hat. Or
Or one of those symbols, coin.
no,
Warehouse. There's the
I would love
warehouse.
to be
Oh,
like the
yeah.
werewolf, the one who manipulates the stock market on meat.
All right, here we go. Wait, hold on. Next clue. Okay, I should stop now. And we wait for them to have it. It's not yet there. Okay, starting. One, two, and now they have the third clue.
Fireball
Karuba.
Island.
Fireball Island. Oh
Not a bad
yeah, it could be Fireball Island. It
Karuba.
it could be
Or that
Karuba.
Inca.
Bingo.
Incan Gold.
Inca Gold, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
see, Incan Gold, see?
Incan Gold.
Incan Gold.
See, look at the answers.
See?
Nagaraja. See, even Nagaraja's there.
Raja, see?
But we are talking about Karuba,
Aruba.
Jamaica, and ooh, they wanna take ya.
To the
Wow.
Bahamas.
And Frederick. Teotihuacan. Tikal.
Teotihuacan.
Teotihuacan.
Tikal. There are a lot of temple collect
Ay,
valuable treasures, ancient jungle paths game.
That is practically 90% of European
That's
of
the
Euro
game.
games.
All right.
Silk trading, you just the only difference was you had the treasures. But if it was like
Wrong spelling wrong.
Wrong mistake. All right, here we go. Hold on.
Oh, that's a
doing this
lot.
for them. It's like three group of words and a pick. Relic Run. Oh nga pala, Relic Runners. I forgot that game. All right, there's the first clue, second clue, third clue. All right, they have all their clues too.
Carnival.
Zombicide.
Hey, Justin.
You just
You're
said, this
Justin is streaming a while ago and now he's here.
Last Night on Earth. Hey, that's a good guess.
no, I think this is Dead of Winter. Because there's
Water
a water.
Tower? Yeah, there was a Water Tower scenario for that. Okay, that's,
10,
no way,
Nine,
man. Alright, I'm
eight.
thinking the zombie side.
7, 6, 5. Don't tell them the answers, ah. Wait lang. 3, 2, 1.
Yes, it's that. It's a water tower where you put all of your guys,
And then you push everybody out. You push
you
everybody
shove them
out.
into the zombies.
That's 3D Tower 1. Oh,
Right, and
that's
then
a
you push
good
them
one.
out.
That's a good. That's a good one. That's a
Then
good
this
one.
is my
You know-
spot. Get away. So there you go. All right. Next, I think 4 more, 5 more.
Okay.
I think 4 more. Never mind. So
Yes.
there you go. Okay, I should stop. There you go. I screwed that one again.
Your mouse double click.
Escape from
I did
the
it
alien
thrice.
encounters.
What happened? I did it thrice. Oh man. I did it thrice. Anyway, there you go. Space, noise, and escape hatches.
They
Have you
would've
played
seen
this,
it.
Kyo?
I think so.
Yeah, it's that the marker game. Denmark. Then
Yeah, it's a roll and
can
it's from the one who introduced this to us was Erwin, right?
yeah, but I played a lot with
It's Osprey Games too.
yes. I played it with Jack.
Right.
But
This is
yes, Erwin
this is one of
introduced
the better escape roll and write games, but it just
it. Like
sucks if you
social
die early.
deduction game. This
If you just-
plays really well online. Like
If you die
Soon.
first, sucks to be you. Among Us, the board
this
game.
is true. This is the OG Among Us.
Among
board
Us. But there are no tasks.
There is. You gotta find the
Escape.
elevator. Yeah.
Escape hatch. All right. So I should do this now. All right.
Yeah,
Next.
one
A
task.
few more. This is just a few more. It's almost done. I have a few more.
Oh yeah, that
There. That's
um.
3. I've done it. All right. Go, Kyo.
Did they see it already?
Not
I'm
yet.
not.
There's their first
I'm.
clue.
I'm not trying so much.
There's their second clue.
That is a
Then
good,
there's their
good guess,
third
Jake.
clue. That's an old
I
game.
I wanna say bribery though. Bribery.
Zanguo.
Where do you bribe?
All right.
That's a
Ancient.
Chinese game.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Sheriff of Chinatown.
Good guess. That would be a great crossover. Sheriff of Chinatown. Hey, Jake got it.
Sheriff of China.
Hey,
work.
congrats, Jake.
Like that.
And
All right.
everyone, and every time you have a guy that's bringing in stuff. Like, how much is there for me? Like, it's not
Right.
even.
You
All right.
automatically give agad, ano?
Next. Oh, I have 5 more. Yeah, but it's gonna be quick.
Okay.
One,
Alright, alright.
2, 3. There you go. Wait for them.
Oh, is this better than?
No, the viticulture is way better. There's the first clue. There's the second clue.
Jake,
And
you
that's
know
their
this.
third clue.
At sign Jake.
At Jake.
Who's apocalyptic?
Post-apocalyptic power grid.
Because
Okay,
there's
say Fallout.
recycle.
we should pull Jake into this conversation later. Send him an
Tama ka nga,
invite
Tito.
and just pull him in. All right. So 5 for guess, gentlemen. Any guess?
Terra for Mars.
All right. As if I would put that here.
Fallout. Fallout the board game.
As if I would put
man.
that here.
Who knew?
You don't know
Ron,
that other.
Ron should have answered this correctly because of the last clue.
I know,
Recycle?
but you didn't put like the angry lady and the pretentious guy.
All right.
Pretentious guy. You're describing
One.
lang the board game ano, no? Covers instead of the game
2.
itself.
Yeah, that's what he does. 3. Oh, I don't think you guys would get this. I don't think you guys would. Seriously. So that's your first
Least
clue.
money is a fake.
There's their
Spyfall.
second clue.
Spyfall
Third
Monopoly.
clue. What are we doing? Crossovers now?
Monopoly Spice Guy. Spyfall.
Monopoly Spice Road.
Code names Monopoly.
I really don't think you guys can guess this.
Wait. Is this the
Hong
last
Kong.
will?
No.
Chinatown in Hong Kong.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a clue. It's by Rainer Kainitsa.
Say it again.
Rainer Kainitsa.
Ay, Nitsia. Nitsia.
I'm sorry, it's Rainer Knizia. I should do it right. All right, 5,
You
4.
laughed at me when I
three.
said that. I society. No, I do not know this game.
It's an old game, Kyo. It's a very old
Yeah.
game. It
Jake
has
Art is
kinda
nice.
it is similar to modern art,
3 reprints. All
Right.
right,
An old game of kingdoms.
last
right? It
4.
is similar to modern
3.
art, right?
Last 3. Yes, it is. It is. Last 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I should stop now.
Oh,
Okay, if
Oh.
you know this, don't say it yet, because they haven't got a clue.
give me a.
Anyway, if you say the
well.
clue, if you say the answer, it's gonna be 20 seconds into the future anyway. So I think you can. So there are your. No, it's not Santorini. Almost.
Give me a C.
I think this is Cyclades.
Yeah, sick
Five,
lady.
four,
Same timing, Jake.
three,
In the
Ah,
future.
Jake
Get
got
that.
it.
two, one. Cyclades. It's Cyclades, right?
Cycle AIDS.
It's
Okay.
only island, mythical
Sick
island
leads.
of Cyclades.
Cycle
Okay,
AIDS.
last
Sick
two.
leads.
Thank you for
Sick
playing.
leads.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
Clint.
Clint missed it.
Hey, Clint.
Okay, here we go. One, two, three.
Ah,
Ah,
yes.
ah,
Wait.
no, no, no. Kick ladies.
Kick ladies.
Sabi
Yuk
nito,
ladies.
kick
Kick
ladies.
ladies, sabi. One, two, three. There are three clues. It's right out there.
Uh,
Calendar cord. Three
Cloaking.
things.
The
The three
Mayan
things.
calendar.
Jake,
Mayan
so
calendar.
quick. Anything beyond 2014 backwards, I think Jake will get it.
Jake O.
Whoops.
No, I'm implying that he's been gaming far longer than we have.
Yes, agreed.
Whoops.
All right.
Inabutan
Next.
nila yung Red Ribbon eh. Hindi natin inabutan si Red Ribbon.
All right, and for the final one, final clue. Here you go. One,
Mm-hmm.
two, three.
Inner Circle.
Um, the that other one, that other game. Uh, that drow game.
One,
What
two,
do you call that?
three. They
Like
have their third
houses.
clue.
That
Um,
drow game.
the new Drow game.
No,
No, it's not
Anywhere.
Drizzt. It's
it's
not
not.
Drizzt.
It's Drizzt,
Lord
not Drizzt. I'm
or
a
the
fan.
Skullport.
Nitya.
Skullport.
Ten,
No.
nine,
The
The
Inner Circle?
seven,
Underdark.
six,
Guardians of the
Five.
Underdark.
four,
Yeah.
three, two, one.
Yeah, Tyrants.
Yay! Co-op. Co-op game.
Yeah, come on.
Deck builder.
Tyrants of the Underdark. I'm looking for this game.
Me too.
It's so difficult to get this game. It's always out of print or sold out.
Ano pa kaya the expansions?
All right, so those are the games. I hope you guys enjoyed playing along with us. We can do it
Lord.
next time. You're hosting next time, right?
May gusto na yung may clues eh. Wala na, gagamitin si Kyo.
So we hope you enjoyed. We thank you for participating. It's just a refresher of games that we've been missing playing
Obscure
together.
game.
It's
And
not really obscure. Not all of them are obscure.
you gotta tell them why we actually played this game.
Which one?
The
We did?
game. Yes. I mean, there's a connection, right?
I have no idea why we actually played this game. Kyo just blurted it out, and I'm like, okay.
No, we do
really?
have a connection. No,
It's in the
you have
title.
a big part of being a tabletop advocate, especially if you have visitors and
All right.
somebody
Thanks,
who's
Ron.
joining and like visited you and they're like, hey, wow, you guys have so many games in your shelf, right? And then suddenly like you have to have like a good enough database in your head to
Please talk to our sponsor, Ron Villaver.
um,
Yan ang Jack.
likes.
Right,
Okay.
right. Thanks for saving us, Ron. But Ron, that's what Ron was saying. It was right. As gamers, we need to have this semi-directory in our head.
Yeah,
Of
you need to have a
games.
database of like what games would work for someone, and we have some like ideas or tips on just what are the things that you
we don't have. We're not
Sorry na
selling anything. We can't give you this.
kay ano kay Clint eh.
Looking for LF. LFRS.
We don't have
We can
discounts.
give away shout out.
Shout
Clint.
out. Shout out Board Game Hero. Board Game
Board
Hero.
Game Hero.
He tries different things, especially delivery services for you. So you won't have to do it.
A true
That's why he's-
hero.
That's why he's a hero.
A hero for the community. What delivery works in abroad so that you won't do it anymore.
Yes.
Thanks, Clint.
Thanks, Clint.
so
You saves
so
a lot of effort.
going back, we're gonna be talking about, let's say, especially now that pandemic season is semi over and some of the people are coming
It's
over visiting.
it's
Um,
semi over.
I, well,
Did they have
peop
the new rules now of like
I
you
have no
gotta be
idea, but people seem to
masks?
be visiting other people more so than a few months before. So,
Fair enough.
um, some of, oh, what happened? Okay, so some of them will be coming over to your house, and of course,
Your
after
relatives. Yeah.
a few catching up, they can see your games, like right here. It's in front of our sala, so people can see it, and it's undeniable. So, what games would you bring out for your guests, especially those guests who are non-gamers or have only few experiences in modern board games? So we're gonna try to share our insights about this topic, and hopefully you guys would also put in your inputs on how this would be a better, I mean, how it would help us, even the others who are listening, to help them also in selecting their games that they're gonna make other people play so that they won't be turned off or intimidated or
Yeah, or
actually
more of like just what is our
enjoy.
frame of mind when we're thinking of like what game to introduce to somebody who just pretty much reacted like, hey, wow, you guys have a lot of games. And then you ask, would you like to try one of them? Sure. So like what? Which one do you bring up?
You
Right?
bring out Cthulhu Death May Die.
Straight enough. Like if they survive, that's a gamer. That's a successful conversion.
If
Or
they
they
can
will
pronounce
never touch
Cthulhu
a board
correctly,
You you bring out viticulture.
game. Same thing. So, Denmark would like to start. Like, what
Oh,
are
okay.
your
Actually, I have some. Of do we all agree that this has happened to us? Yes, TI4. Uh, Hi, thank you for coming to our house for visiting us. Now sit down for 8 hours.
they're not going home till we finish.
So this has happened to you guys, right?
Hmm.
Someone came
a lot? A
over.
lot.
It's also a good icebreaker. TTR
So yeah,
classic.
Jake mentions like TTR ata ang classic go-to board game kasi it meets the expectation of having an actual board. It's competitive, not co-op, simple enough, and not just a party game na charades variant. So,
Right. That's a
free and
good.
it's a very good eye candy. It's also very simple. The rules are very simple.
Mhm.
That's why it's really a good gateway game.
Right.
Uh,
But from my experience, not everybody actually likes trains. Speaking of not liking trains, Clint. So, what are the other things that you could offer, or how do you pick the right game that will fit the people that you are with? Right. So, here are my questions. Hopefully, you guys can share some input on this one. Um, Number one, what questions do you ask when you're gonna pick out that game? You like, what games have you played? Have you played Monopoly? Have you played this? Right, those questions that you initially ask them. Why do people dislike trains? Why are we talking about trains? We're talking about how to get people into gaming. So have you guys do you guys have a go-to question or a default question for you to
sure.
at least gauge what game you're gonna play with this group of people?
Do you want maybe what we should do instead of like going through each one? Like you do the guiding questions, and then Keo and I can chime in.
Yeah,
Maybe you can also share in like your
yeah.
our general structure. So, Keo, what do you ask when you have a like somebody that passed by and
The
like,
most
oh
obvious question really is, you got the time?
that's that's a good question.
yes,
Yeah.
It's really
How
like
long
eye
are you
number one
staying?
here.
You got time?
Like how many minutes do you have, or hours, or
Yeah.
days?
Or I just
right.
ask, are you staying here for dinner? Diba? And it's
That's
and
good.
it's and it's only 2 p.m.
Because if they want to eat, they gotta sit through your game.
Yeah,
No
if,
dinner.
if they're gonna if we're from point A in 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., that's like 5 hours in between. Hey,
Exactly.
we can finish something. That's for sure.
So Jake was saying, what have you played before? What have you enjoyed? Joram is saying, ano gusto nyo? Kampihan o labanan? Co-op or
That's
head-to-head?
true. That's
Those
a
are
good.
good questions, right?
Those are really good questions. Yes.
So what would they say? What would they typically say, Kyo?
They would just okay, siguro a little bit after lunch, ganun. So you can gauge already like about 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, next question for me would be, well, ikaw, Ron, what's the first question muna before I
Oh,
ask?
okay. No, no, no. You can go on. You can go on because
Okay,
I'm just gonna be picking up from there.
uh, if you have already a game already in mind, how long it plays, it's a matter lang of choosing board or cards.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Hey, I never thought
Diba?
of that. Never thought
Kasi
of that.
if for me, if it's no one's playing and you wanna introduce them to board gaming talaga, then it's best to bring out the board. But
Right.
if you don't wanna freak them out, kasi you'll be setting up and all that, edi a little card game because everybody knows cards. Everybody knows the regular pusoy stack and all that. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
you choose card or board. And
Nice,
from
That
nice.
there,
I like
you already
that. I
have
like
a
that.
smaller list na. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. It's the first time
Mm-hmm.
I heard that. Honestly, I
No,
never
I
thought
mean
of that.
it's a good
Put it
filter
out. I
because
want to
you're
see it.
gauging whether the new player would be intimidated or not.
I think that would
So
fall with this one, with what Jeb,
yeah, you prefer that needs extra thinking ones or fast paced ones. So
because
it's kind of
card
like that.
games are typically fast paced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Diba? But don't give them an idea that's too long. Because some people might say, oh, baka that's too long. I don't have time for that. Or that's a smart game. Believe me, trust me if you guys heard that one before. That's
Ron
a
did.
smart
Ron
game.
always hears that line. Pang
Which one?
Diba?
Which
matalino
one?
lang yan. Pang matalino lang yan
Right,
eh.
right. And they always have a
Smart
perfect
game.
response.
It's
Buti
only
na
for
lang
smart
matalino
people.
kayo.
And then Clint will go and say, guys, maganda to. Promise, matutuwa kayo. Guys, this is really good. I promise you, it's gonna be fun.
So I think
But don't
the
take my
way
word for it.
I manage is more of like I try to figure out like what they do. Um, it doesn't indicate to me like okay they'll be able to understand this game or not. But if, for example, the person's a lawyer or the person is
Sheriff of Nottingham.
but the idea is that
That's
if
for
I can
customs.
give them some sort of connection point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was able to convince my uncle, although like he enjoyed it, but he did play again because it was just too long. That was my mistake. But I was able to make him play Power Grid because he was a civil engineer, well, electrical engineer actually. So it's like electrical engineer, Power Grid. Except I didn't realize that 3 hours would, kind of dissuade him from trying games again in that length because, like, oh wow, your games are mostly long. At that time, we didn't have enough data. But now you're going like, okay, Power Grid. Maybe I could have just tried the Power Grid card game first because it would have been still similar um, feel, although that nice connecting cities would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of where I would start my questions. Like, hey, what do you do? And like, kind of fish out like what themes or what uh, types of systems they might be interested in. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be asking like, well, worker placement, Uba, or
Right, because they don't know what that means.
like, yes, absolutely none.
Right from the bat, it's like what? But I had an experience before where I was trying to find a game that would fit what they're doing in real life or their work, and they were telling me, na, "Do you have something else?" Because I do that in real life. I do it at
Agree,
my
agree.
work,
You
so I
also
would do
don't
something else.
want it to be exactly what they do. Because if it's that, it becomes like I've heard this before. Like I've met somebody who actually works in the power industry, and as soon as they saw the game, like I don't want to play that. That's my job.
That's what I do. Right. So
Right.
there's also this gauge. That's why my first question is, what are the questions that you ask? Because it's a good gauge for you on what game are you gonna bring out. Most of the time, I
Yeah.
find that whatever discipline or job that they have, abstracts will always be right there. It's always gonna be a hit. Well, 90% of the time. So
Well, for
I don't
general
know.
family, but if you have like a friend who's like into gaming already, but not necessarily like video games,
oh, that would
like
be different
doing
too.
training with
Yun, there you
abstract
go.
work
Mm-hmm.
that well, right? Even if
It's
they
Right.
more like
haven't.
it's more like if
So
not necessarily what they do, but their
What
hobbies. Something that they
yeah,
interest,
or
do.
what
right?
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
interested
exactly.
in, that will be
Mm-hmm.
something like um I still would love to see that day. Like I have a friend who's a um like he's a fisherman, like as a hobby. And for the longest time, I would like, okay, I'm gonna buy a
That
game
fishing game,
that's about
fly
fishing.
fishing.
We're gonna be playing that game, and so I do have one, and I am waiting for that day that he gets to visit and we get to play that fishing game.
Good. Great. And some more responses. Guys, pikon ba kayo, guys?
You know,
Are
this is
you
actually a very good question.
True.
Maybe just know how to ask it in a
kind of the
good way.
same with this one?
Gusto nyo ba friends
Do
pa
you
rin
still want to be
kayo?
friends after or not anymore?
They'll never visit your house
you
anymore.
you know you'll be surprised that every time that we play Avalon or any variation, I would always say, guys, the lying only happens because the game requires it. It doesn't mean that we do it in real life.
Nope, nope. But it you know, it gives you an example how
Yeah,
good of a liar
yeah,
that person
yeah.
is.
Exactly. Gives you
when you
it's like,
see
whoa.
when you
That's
see
how
the
good you
the
lie.
people taking it personally because they got screwed royally, I have to step in and say, this is a game. He had to lie. He or she had to lie. Don't take it outside the game. But
No, it's not a problem about the game. It's just that you're surprised how good they lie.
If he can lie
Like,
like that in the game, what can he do when he's in real life?
and it's mostly the unassuming ones, right? It's the ones that you
Correct.
never thought it would be the liars. They're the ones that are really good at it.
Hey, makes for conversation after the game. Great conversation after the game. Like, whoa,
And
I didn't know
then
you could do that.
and then Clint would say he didn't want the response that says, "How long will that take?"
yeah,
And
so
Jake
the
says, "Don't invite him anymore."
so so when you have people that are reacting for the game length, which is totally understandable, one trick that I would suggest is that you play a filler game with them first. That way, at least, even if they don't stay for the whole, gaming session, like they just really wanted to see it, they got to be part of it. They got to experience the joy of like sort of playing games, and then they're leaving with you guys still gonna be enjoying games. So now it
Mhm.
gives them that context. Those look fun. I just need to have more time and more willingness to spend that time playing those games. So
Right.
that would be my
Uh,
my trick
exactly
there.
what Jeb is saying. Start with 5 to 15 minute games, then go up to an hour.
But not on the same
Not
visit,
on the
okay?
same
Because
day.
if you give them 5 games in one day, they'll they'll probably like, wow, this guy's really wants us to stay here and overnight, right? But I
So,
agree. I agree. You show them with a very simple game, they'll get the idea of what you like or what you appreciate too as well, and you show them the hobby, and then expect that they'll play it 2 3 times because they enjoy it. And then once
Yeah.
they come back again the next week, like you should, oh, let's try a new one, and then you show your collection. They'll be like,
Yes.
oh, you have so many more. Like, yes, I have many more.
Enter the cavern. uh, Clint mentioned that whenever you ask, and this is maybe like a Filipino thing,
Mm.
where when you ask, "Hey, who wants to join?" nobody will respond. I
Are they,
I I see that. I also understand that.
are they too
Um,
cool for you? Ganun?
no, no, it's more of like, it's a culture thing. We have that nahiya, we're
Mm-hmm.
shy. We don't want to say whether we like to join or not. Um, so you kind of have to change your question a little bit. Like you really have to go like, can you join us for a game?
Right, that's a good question.
You
It's a
know,
Yes.
non-threatening
Could
question.
you? Yeah. Could you join us?
because it's more of like, well, technically, you should be asking me, but now that you tricked me because you said can, I technically can join.
I
So
can.
May
psychologically,
I
you're positioning them
join?
to join you for a game. You
Wow,
can
there's some mind
also
games in inviting people to
Good.
play. Who knew? We have one from Desky on the other um, one of the forums,
oh, cool,
and
cool.
this is what he said. It did appear here. It popped up on my notif, and this is what he said. That Desky was one of the people who was really responsible for me getting into gaming. He says there was someone in their group before who took it personal. He became personal in the game. Like maybe people were lying to him and he took it personally. So everybody in that group complained about him. Everybody. So he had to talk to that person. But that person left already. So after a few years, now they they are in communication again. So now they're playing again, but maybe he learned his lesson. Now he's not taking things personally. So that's another good example of me telling people, wait, this only happens in the game. Don't take it personally.
It's a game. It's part of the rules.
Right, but sometimes you really can't prevent that from happening
Yes.
because
Yeah.
some people really get into the game. And
That's
that's
true.
also one of the things that you have to do when you are trying to introduce a game. You kind of people read what their characters are, their attitudes are. So more or less you have an idea of what game you're going to bring out. So if you know everybody else is sensitive, don't bring out Avalon, don't bring out
Yeah.
Sheriff
The
of Nottingham. Don't bring
Monopoly
out.
deal.
Oh, I also had experiences with Monopoly Deal.
Oh.
And those
But
experiences are not good.
the fact that you know that they're sensitive means that they put themselves into the game for some reason.
Right?
And that's
Which would make them into good players.
yes, which means now you have an understanding. Okay, let's move on to RPGs.
Whoa, that escalated quickly.
Hey, if the guy wants to be in the game and he enjoyed being in the game, what more if he's really role playing his
Right.
character,
And
right?
that's a good thing
That
that
would
we have those types of games.
exactly.
So
We
if
have a
they
different
want
kind of people.
Betrayal, Dead of Winter. It's one of the
There you
Dead
go.
of
Like,
Winter is really one of those I'm sorry, but it's an unsung game because a lot of people don't go to it by default for hidden trait or RPG
mechanic.
type of
Yeah,
games.
that's
Yeah,
right.
but it's a really good game because as there's the story. The story you really get involved with the story, especially if the one who's hosting the game gets everybody into it. I remember whenever we play Dead of Winter, I always say, "Hey guys, you guys seen Walking Dead? Yeah, this is the board game version of
Yes.
it."
Board game version. Yeah,
And then everybody
exactly.
gets into it, right?
And the
So
fact that it's zombies, some people might say, "Oh, it's zombies," but some people might say, "Oh, it's zombies," diba?
right, so you
And
have
then
that gauge.
yeah,
Okay,
there you are. There you
thanks.
go.
Runner still lagging? No, not
No,
anymore.
no, I
Okay,
I I didn't lag my laptop rebooted.
second second point, third point, whatever. Second thing is, um, I think it's important also that once you get them playing, or if they ask you how does it play, you have a gist of the rules, or how does the game play to get them interested. Not really full detail. Well, you have to learn the rules when they as soon as they start playing. You have to learn to explain the rules, but you also have to learn how to explain the game in a gist. So that in
Yep.
a nutshell,
Just kind of like
actually.
three words, and you are able to relate it to a game,
Layman's
Mm-hmm.
terms. Yun lang yun.
right?
Layman's
Just like the
terms.
game that we played. using 3 words, you're able to connect it, and
Mhm.
describe a game. To a certain
Exactly.
degree, that's pretty much what you did. It's like as soon as you saw the love hut, like everybody knew that it was.
I'm sorry.
So
Slow
Uh,
clap. Slow clap.
if you're if you're trying to sell
I'm so sorry.
what's that game?
Slow clap.
Machikoro. Alam nyo yung Flare-Forming Mars? Mas
Mas
maganda pa
maganda
to.
to doon. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Machikoro!
Let's go. Let's let's go back. Okay, here. Thank you,
so Jeb
thank you,
has a
Jeb, for
good
saving us.
starting
That's
with the
right.
winning condition and slowly slide up the rules afterwards. So, one thing that before you even go into the rules, you need to be able to describe your game in pretty much within 30 seconds, because you
It's like an
have to
elevator
see.
pitch,
Yeah,
right?
you're looking at them and you're testing if this theme or this game would work with your audience. So you could go like, I don't know, or okay,
This is Ron flexing his game collection.
no,
Okay,
that
go
is
go on.
not, well, for one, it's not the complete
Alam
one.
mo yung Terraforming Mars?
Alam mo yung no, so for example, maybe I can go, oh, so do you guys like, um you know so this game is about farming, and
Okay, next game, next game.
right, and and
Farming?
you, you're you're trying to build up your farm, and
We're still on
sell
this
your goods.
game. Next game.
So exactly like that. So the person you're talking is like, farming. Then okay, well, how about space? Right. So this
Right.
game, you're exploring different planets and you're discovering technologies, and you're trying to build up your armada to defeat your opponent. Oh, you're gonna fight your opponent. Jed, parang farm game na yan.
Para.
But from my experience, if you really cannot give the elevator pitch to your friends, they will not play your game, even though if it's easy for them, even though if it's exactly the game for them. If you really don't know how to sell it, one way or another, it's a wasted moment.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you have Azul behind you, and you're gonna go.
yeah,
Oh, we're
Azul,
we're we're setting up the most spectacular
bathroom in
bathrooms. What
bathroom in Portugal.
those?
They're gonna ask you, do I have a choice of toilet bowl or something? No,
No, you're
even
making
Talking
better.
about the
making
tiles.
the tiles in the
You're
bathroom.
gonna go. When you design your bathroom and you have to go to Walter Mart, and not sponsored. You have
Wilcon.
to Wilcon, and you have to choose the tiles that you're gonna be
This
using.
is that game.
This is that game. Like, you're going like, I don't want to repeat that.
Please.
No, but it would really help if you have an idea of how the game goes.
Mhm.
If you
Um,
can describe it in such a way that they have an idea in their head how it plays.
Cause
For example, like a while ago, we talked about Splendor, and you could go like, oh, we're collecting different heroes to be able to um,
Defeat
defeat
Thanos.
Thanos.
that's what I'm about to say, because if you go to the back of the game, it says gather heroes and try to defeat Thanos. To
Oh,
defeat
okay,
Thanos.
there you
That's
go.
all it says. And you're
That's
like,
it.
what? That's not really how the game goes.
Yeah, sure, but it gives people a context whether they want to enter the door or not, whether they want to see what's next. And I think that's a big part of being able to, you know, the step before teaching a game is selling it, and you got
Okay.
to sell it first.
Correct.
because
I'm
someone
Iron
will
Man.
play
How
with
do I
you.
shoot? Oh, you have to collect that card. Oh,
You
okay.
shoot.
I want
You
that
need
card.
three blue gems, and then
See, it says here,
a red
bring
and a green,
together
and
a
then you discard
team.
them, and then you put your
And
Sometimes the
then he
back,
lost interest.
sometimes the back of the box helps, but most of
Mm.
the time it doesn't. So at least get a run through of the rule book. That will help you. All right, and
yep.
also it will not sour their game experience with clunky or obscure rules. At least try to play the game the way it's supposed to be, so that it will be a good, memorable experience for them. And Jake says, I think different games also elicit a different emotion, so that matters what game you're choosing for the moment, right? So
Yeah,
if
if
you
he
want
hates
them,
you, yeah.
Or they
Let's play
love.
something we're not cooperating with, okay?
that's a good point. Okay, then here's a few more. What do you think are the obstacles that you have to be wary about so that the people won't be turned off when you're playing or introducing it? Any other things?
Oh, that
They're
smart game
colorblind.
thing. Oh, okay,
Okay.
sorry. Okay, okay.
Like a big,
That's a good.
like all of the accessibility challenges, you gotta be, of course, aware, and also familiar that if they're colorblind and your game's gonna be hues and cues,
That won't work.
that's gonna
It's
be
just two
really
colors.
difficult. Yes.
You were saying,
Imagine
Kyo?
teaching
Smart thing?
Lords of Waterdeep. That is the purple one. It's the gray
What?
one. Okay, next game, diba? Okay, so there you go.
What were you
I
saying about the smart
remember for
thing?
Century Spice,
The Century Spice, yeah.
a friend of mine, um, like really liked the idea, but he really needed help every time we are getting a cube. He needs we need to, like,
Green. I bet it's the green and
tell
the
them
orange
like
one, the
what they
red
have,
one.
just because it's really, and that's why Splendor worked, because it on the onset it had symbols, so it worked for them.
Pag,
Yeah.
when they see the rule book and there's so many pages, that's why you don't show them the rule book. You just
Y-
give them the
Yeah.
gist of the
Oh
game.
no, 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 no.
You tell them that's the no, that's the required reading if you want to know the story. But you don't know the story. There's no story.
Like, okay, we're gonna play a game.
Or worse if it's like the Arkham FFG series. There's like two types of rule
Oh.
books, three types of rule books. One for the main game, the other one's for this one, the other one's for that one.
Yep.
Anyway, you were saying, Kyo, earlier on, the
Um,
smart thing.
the stigma. The
Mm-hmm.
stigma that guys or people of my age don't play games.
What?
Ooh, that's a good
This is the
point.
first
That's
time
a
I
real
heard
thing.
this.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
That's a good point.
A lot of people say, okay, wow, high tech, play console and PC, no problem. Gaming, it's understandable because it's high tech. It's something expensive. The stigma that you're playing with figures and cardboard sometimes tells people like, oh, you should try computers. You should buy a new graphics card. You should try playing a PS4, 3, or 5 game. What they
And then
don't
drop
know
it
is,
on the
yeah,
desk and say, it's shock absorbent.
and then you tell them, "Oh, but are you smarter than me?"
But
It's like, "Yes, I am." Then prove it.
are the rock smarter than you? But that's a good point because Kyo is always
Yeah,
coming from a point of view, at least in our group, from people who are transitioning from VGs, video games,
sure.
um, to board games. So that's another point of view that sometimes we do not see, and I think it's difficult for them to transition because there's always the video game. You want to play?
Yeah,
Just put it on. You play. You don't need other people. You don't need
exactly.
anything else. Just play. No other rules. It's intuitive. Just play. So it's a good point.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a little bit more challenging to convince like hardcore video gamers, especially, let's say their main game of choice would be, let's say, Call of Duty or uh,
adrenaline. Pew pew.
Modern Warfare. Exactly. Then you can show them, you know what? We actually have a board game that kind of simulates that. It's not perfect, but it's really cool. And you have these sort of Master Chief looking figures. Again, so it's very light way of selling things, and you see whether they like it or not. You don't want to force it anyway. And if they
Yeah.
say, "Oh, okay, that sounds interesting," cool. You
Mm-hmm.
wanna I can show it to you. We don't have to play. I can tell you how it works, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
then that's it. So again,
Mm-hmm.
slowly coaxing them in and not overselling it, because sometimes it just doesn't work, and just you need to know, okay, that doesn't work, we can try something else, or we can go play Space Marines Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, specifically for first-person shooter players, I always tell them, "Oh, I have Gears of War and Doom." Oh, those are old games. I meant
Yeah.
board game. I meant board game. Like, what? They made a board game about it? Yeah, and then instantly they're like, "Okay, could we see it?" Sure.
Right. Then that's
Then
the start,
yeah,
right? Once you
exactly.
bring it out.
That's how you show them the no.
And you tell
Yes,
them, I'm
yes.
not gonna bring this out unless you play it. Then you hold them up. No, my point being, and
Well, you're
Are
you're
you
eating,
doing dinner
right?
time?
You're
Jake
having
was
dinner
saying
here, right? So you have
Dinner's
two
on
rules.
me.
hours
Oh, dinner's on me.
Yes.
Rules is a good point though. Probably shouldn't introduce people to games you don't know by heart.
Oh,
Again,
yeah,
that's what we
yeah.
were saying earlier,
Yeah.
I
right?
mean,
Because
it
it will
works.
turn them off.
Like, when I get to visit Denmark, and sometimes, like, even when we were managing the open game nights, there will be times when there's not a lot of people, and I would say, "Hey, I'm gonna try to learn this game. Would you like to join me?" That only works if it's another tabletop advocate that you're playing with. Otherwise,
Mm.
they're not gonna get that. Every rule you're reading is gonna be wrong, and there's no point in winning this game because we're learning this. Okay, don't take it personally.
I remember
It's a
we played
learning game.
Peak Oil and that Gekido. Is it Gekido? The one where
Yeah.
the rules are confusing as hell, but
Oh.
we just managed to finish that game because it
Yep.
actually makes sense if we made this rule this way
Yes.
than that
It's
way.
like, okay, that's fine. Right. So,
All
but
right.
if you're teaching a game, definitely know the rules first.
What you were saying about going through a game, that's what Deski was saying. Misery loves company. I'm gonna learn a game with 60 pages, 100 pages of rules. Will you run through with me?
Like
Yes.
I'm teaching you this war game. You
No,
need
but
65
but I
dice.
think I think that's a big part of the tabletop community. The tendency is you like certain games, and more often than not, they're also going to find other people that are also very much into to those games. I got to visit, the Philippine Wargamers, um, El Supremo, and everybody there are very, very welcoming. But I'm looking at the games that they're playing, and the how expansive, and how the complexity of the rules. Those are very interesting. But again, it requires a bit of investment. And if you're really into it, they find the people that are new and get into the hobby. It's really part of knowing your database of games, which ones could work as a way to get in.
They did it
Yeah,
for
we're all reading.
they read it for Bios, Megafauna, and
Ooh,
Lisbo.
this bow.
Oh,
Yes, this
oh,
bow is
oh,
pretty big. I remember
it's pretty
Kat
bland color too.
and her husband and their game group, um, during Bacon, like, okay, we're gonna learn Lispo,
This is the
because,
first
like,
time we did this in the bigger wing, right?
yes, yeah,
All
in
right.
the
It was
the
laid
first
out
time
beside beside the
uh, uh,
stage,
yeah, when we were no longer in the wine
wine
museum, when we
museum, right?
already had I Academy.
And me introducing online board games to cousins. Now it's harder to play regular ones with them because it's not automated anymore. Online,
Oh no.
Then
online.
okay,
Oh
okay.
no.
I've been telling you about this.
Okay,
Then
hey,
you
take
be the
over,
automated
Kyo.
one. Yeah, you be the one who automates everything. You're the one who handles it. Cater to
Oh,
them
that's
when
gonna be
they're
tiring.
when you see them. But that's the
Yeah,
whole point of being an advocate, right? I mean, if you
Right.
really want to be
you
interested, you
do it
gotta
for
do
a
everything
while.
for them.
You
So
do
I
the
think my
accounting.
suggestion there, yeah, is that you have to work your way back again, because they missed certain skills in
Mm-hmm.
certain sort of culture when you're playing face to face tabletop. So you kind of have to coax them in again, and like teaching them games that they haven't experienced online,
Mm-hmm.
where they now enjoy being part of it, like actually being the ones moving the cubes
Right.
and shuffling the cards and stuff like that. Because
I have
I
a
mean,
style for that. You say, okay, I'm gonna make juice. Could someone please provide everyone a card? Someone will say, yeah, okay,
Right.
I'll do it. And then once you know it, okay, could you handle that? All right, cool. All right, then that's your job. There, no
I
problem.
was gonna say the
there
same
you go.
thing. During setup, ask them to do one part of setup. That would help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
you know,
exactly.
will.
before I don't do that, because again, that sort of tabletop advocate mindset. But it is quite tiring, to actually do it all yourself, especially if like you're running multiple tables
Should try Marvel
and you always
Legendary
have
and
to
do it all
coach.
yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do it. But
You
I
have
mean,
to do
uh,
it.
like we played the Xeno Shift, like,
Oh
last
my
time,
god,
and
I
Mm,
remember that.
the
Oh, Ron,
setup
are
was
you done yet?
the setup is pretty.
paratrooper or medkit.
Like
So
you
long.
know, I tell them this is gonna be okay because you know the setup is hard because you have to arrange all everything, but
But
it
you're keeping it.
automatically packs itself on its
Yes.
own as you play the game, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did too before. That's why I had
I
the
play Marvel
I had the
Legends.
authority to say to do it Marvel Legend because it was so annoying. Hey, they played Sino Shift too. Oh, okay. So finally, this is my last point into that whole bring out that game. They already sat down. They're in the middle of the game. They're enjoying it. Here's my final question or pointer, depending how you look at it. For the overall experience, should you let them win?
Oh, that is a good question. It is their first time playing.
Should
Um,
you let them win? They're
uh,
enjoying. You see that they're happy, they're enjoying. You know that there's this one move that when you do it, you're gonna win no matter what. Should you let them win?
okay,
Wait, in a co-op game, what?
all right. Honestly, what happens when I'm teaching the game the first time, and I meaning it's their first time, and I'm teaching them the game, how to play the game. I'm very busy monitoring what they're doing. That I'm going to be inefficient with how I'm playing because I'm more focused on you know how they're doing. Like, are they confused on their turn? What can I do? um it's a little bit challenging when it's like, you know, like family who already get to play, but it's their first time of that game, and you always hear this, who is going to win anyway? Because
Hey, plus one. Because he
right,
owns the game.
yeah, he owns the game, or so you're going, um that you know you have an edge, and it's your decision. I tend to just try out other systems, other things that I could, like,
Hmm.
I wouldn't normally do, just so I can explore that. I'm gonna take that opportunity to follow a more obscure path. That
An
way,
alternative winning route.
yes, if I still win, like, oh cool, it's like
That's
I
your chance
discovered some,
to experiment.
some way to work on it. Like Kemet, for example, is very punishing to beginners. Um, so every time I teach, I know like there's this super fast, high yield build, like a Brood War rush mode that will only use when it's like normal players. But if it's their first time, how does this black pyramid work? Can I partner that with this one?
Why
Stuff
do you
like
have
that. Where
white? I don't have
yes,
a white pyramid.
so, and even for the white pyramids, like, what is the most weird way? Oh, that extra um uh card at the nighttime. Okay, let me try it if that works, or
Mm-hmm.
the discounts and other things. So I would try out other games, but that's me. How about you, Kale?
Mm-hmm.
Me, in a co-op game, uh, if we lose, it's because of me.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
okay,
not
interesting.
them. Okay, why me? Even though we all lose, so at least they will have that notion that okay, so I played correctly.
Okay,
Kia
that's a
didn't
good
play
point.
right. Didn't play right. So if I play again, I'll play the way I did. So Kia has the one to adjust, and not me.
Mm-hmm.
Given that, I'll just play it properly, and because I know that they now understand. And then
Mm-hmm.
they realize that okay, I could have done this pala. So why did I do it kanina? And then they'll realize, oh, Kiyo's teaching us
Mm-hmm.
that okay in the co-op game. Now in the free for all game, yeah, I make them win only one time. Because oh, you win, you're good. Not anymore. I sh- when I if I do win the next round, I show them, oh, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
one way of how to a perspective of how to play, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh, so you can do that. Why didn't you explain it? I'm like, hey, you won the first round, now it's my turn. I'm showing you the ropes of what else you can do. And then
Mm-hmm.
now they'll say, okay, let's play a third game. So what do you get from that? 3 games in already. You're having fun, you're teaching someone new, and this guy wants to beat you because he now knows everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big balance for me. For me, it's not about uh, teaching them to always win, but showing them that it's fun to learn everything
Right.
Mm,
about the game and not
Right.
I
just
like
about
that. I like that.
the losing part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Good.
Desky
Good
had
point.
some really good pointers. He mentions like so he would say if he's first that his points doesn't count. I also do that. But like another follow up was he does a post mortem, so he can go to the coffee shop and bond more
Right.
with them over coffee. That's also good because a big part of board gaming is talking about board games. We
Right.
can do hours of shows just doing that, right?
We
So
have to stop
exactly.
at an hour and a half to 2 hours because it's gonna be so long. You should see us after we press end broadcast. And we're still here and we're still talking about board games. But I want to add something to that one. It depends. If it's people I'm trying to win over and I know they're not really competitive and they're just there to have fun, let them win. Let them win because they're not gonna be playing anytime soon again or they're not gonna be back again. But if it's people who are really interested, I have to gauge if they are hot headed or not. Because I had this conversation before. I don't remember who I had this with. It's either with Ron or with Javi. But I would rather play my optimal when I'm playing with people who are interested so that they would learn next time and come back and play again and see that the same way that Kyo was saying, but in a different way. So I guess the question was, are you robbing people from learning more by letting them win? Or are you teaching them something
Mm,
when you win, right? So I
agree,
guess
agree, agree.
you have to balance it and
I
see
think
how those people are.
yeah, I think Jake has a good point. Like if you can gauge that they're not good,
Right,
taking a loss, for example,
right,
then
right.
yeah,
Then let them win.
let them win and then
The
don't invite.
important,
Don't follow the last statement, guys.
what we always say, at least in our game nights, what we always say is this. At least for the advocates, it's not important for you to win. What's important is for everyone to have fun. If they're all enjoying, it's a win. That's it. So even during on our Monday nights or Fridays, Tuesdays, you're always looking at your opponents or players at the table and see if they are enjoying. Because if they're not, then it's a lose for everyone. So
Yeah,
it's not always about winning. It's about the
yeah.
experience.
I That's true. That's true. Follow up by Jake. So he was just joking with don't invite them. He would telegraph the move. So he'd announce like, "I want to do
Mm-hmm.
this because
Right?
my intention is to do this. Um, I'm going here because I want to get this," and it gives them an indication. You just want to. Um, it works. At times, I also do something similar, or sometimes if I see that they have a certain move and they have a certain opportunity, I'm gonna go. Since it's your first time, can I give you
Input.
a suggestion or
Mm-hmm.
something just so you can see what else is in the game, and then I'll explain this could have been a better move because of this, and then it's your choice whether you want to take it or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
because
Which
it
they
sometimes
usually take.
it's very new to them that they that yes, I would it also ensures that I would lose because if I would always check on every, you know, error that they might make and slowly coax them, eventually they'll figure it out. But you've also put yourself in a position that you don't recover anymore.
Right.
But
Sometimes
anyway, that's again, that's
it's like
fine.
playing
Like
chess with four people
if you do that at the
all at
start,
the same time.
only because again it's their first time.
Right.
But the next time they play like they then they're good. It's just so that they can experience the hobby for what it is. It's just that you have to equip them with a little bit of things first, because the hobby, there's a lot of like rules that are within rules that you need to know in the onset that you wouldn't have any clue, like deck building, for example. Like anybody who just knows Monopoly will have no idea what you're talking about when you have to
Mm-hmm.
shuffle that deck. I've
Right.
seen somebody explaining deck building, and they took the cards face up, and
And
then
then they
when
chose the
I asked
cards.
them to shuffle it, they shuffled it face up in front of me, and I realized they don't even have a concept of a deck yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I
yeah,
want to react to this one with Joram. Says no, they might not be happy knowing that you let them win. So it's okay if they have a few points ahead or a few buffers ahead, so
you know
that they would.
what's nice about modern board games
I,
is that
I
they
have
are measured to the T. That your scores are always very close.
Yes.
mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
um and you they don't win drastically to the point that it's obvious for you that you're giving them the win.
Right.
um it would arrive to a situation though that sometimes, especially if the game is quite technical, maybe if it's like an area control game, not a lot of choice, because it's a very like you're the objective of the game is to take over certain things, and if it's a very no randomness thing, you probably will have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to help them defend against you in that situation is really just to give them all of the information that they need, but give them the choice, meaning it's still going to be their call, whether to do it or not. You're just telling them, here's the rationale why this one might work better for you. This one might not be as good, but it's your choice. You have to gauge it yourself.
My the reason why I brought that up was because the girlfriend of my brother. I usually game with my family every Sunday, so we now have this routine, and they're now familiar with each other. They're now familiar with me. Every time I would introduce a new game with them, and they know that I would lose, they will not accept their win, because they will say that you were teaching, you were not into it, you'd let us win, so now we play again. So that's what happened. So now, whenever they would lose on the second game, third game, now they come back because they're gonna try that strategy, or now they're gonna see, na, that's how you play this game. Like what Kio was saying earlier, you were good, not anymore.
Could I say
It
something about
depends
that
on the
last thing?
people.
Yeah. The key word for me here is if they know that you're making them win.
but
Okay?
but in our family, they know already that if it's the first game,
Yes,
they're gonna
yes,
win.
yes.
Then you don't need if the people you're playing with are already familiar with how you work, you don't need to anymore pretend that you make them win. Okay?
But
That's the whole point.
right, right.
Even with new games. Okay. We all understand this now. Okay, let's play. And then if you win, you say, "Hey, I taught you how to do it. No problem." They won't get mad. But if you get someone who new to play, and then you pretend that you're giving them the advantage without them knowing, they will realize, "Hey, I'm playing well. Kyo had a bad hand, maybe, or Kyo
Mm-hmm.
had a bad setup," and then you should realize to say that, okay, on the next round, oh look, I have a better setup now. Look at this. Look at what I can do now. See. The first game, yeah, you were good. You were good the first game. Second game,
Basically, Kyo is saying, don't make it
yeah,
obvious.
exactly. You
Yeah,
know, let them
I
enjoy.
yeah,
I should try
especially
that one of these days.
yeah.
We're,
I think if it's but it again, it's really case to case. Yeah, uh, there are games where um after some time they will no longer be gateway gamers, and
Yes.
you don't have to worry about this. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, I guess, the good thing about it too, that you only have to do it in the beginning, but eventually uh you'd be able to give them enough skills to already get, hey, this is like Lords of Waterdeep, but it's only 6 rounds and it's really cutthroat, so you're gonna have to manage your resources
Are we talking
really
Demon
hard.
Worker? Demon Worker's
Something
five
like that.
rounds. 5 rounds.
Or 5 rounds Demon Worker. I'm talking about Tiny Epic dinosaurs.
Hey!
One more extra
Minecraft,
round, but it's like still
yeah,
it's very like
Demon
you
Worker's
know.
the best worker placement.
you're just the best.
Guys, want to take a stab at this?
How hot head okay, hot head group. Okay, I comment on this. What's that meme? It's in Godzilla? Let them fight. Okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay,
Fire starter.
okay. If they're hot-headed, it's best that they're hot-headed among themselves and not to the owner of the game,
Hey, I agree.
right?
Plus one.
So at least when they see each other on the board, they're the ones enemies, and
Right.
you're encouraging. Sige, fight better. Here, you can use this to fight him. You encourage them to find more strategies to defeat the other guy, while you're there giving
Sneaking away.
yeah, you're being sneaky by giving them all the guidance and all the extra weapons they need to win the win the among each other, and then at the end you come out top, and then you're like, hey, you guys were fighting, I was just doing this.
I was just sneaking around.
Yeah, I'm just doing this, you guys were fighting, and then they realize, okay, I shouldn't focus on one guy, I should focus on everybody. It's a free for all game. Okay,
For
now
me,
if they're pick on and it's a co-op game, that's gonna be a problem.
for me, then,
Yeah,
I go back to what
yeah.
I
This
said
has always
earlier.
been a very challenging thing.
You tell them the same thing I say before the game. This only happens inside the game.
Let
So
them
whatever
fight.
happens,
Sure,
leave
but
it in the table.
so um, this is where, yeah, as tabletop advocates, you're gonna have to learn diffusal skills,
Mm.
where you need to be able to divert, and detect, flare ups of people if they're getting frustrated already, if they feel they're being ganged up on,
Ah.
if you need to learn certain ways to say things, where you bring them out of the game, and again, it kind of connects to what Denmark say. This is just a game, so if you can bring them outside and let them enjoy what's happening above the table rather than inside it, inside the game itself, it you might be able to help them sort of bring things into context a little bit more, that they're just really enjoying, and it's about the company and not necessarily about the points in the game, because sometimes they might be too in the game, that if everybody is attacking them in all fronts, and why is it always them and stuff like that. You gotta divert that, as the tabletop advocate. You have to find that moment where, okay, I gotta intervene again in a non-obvious way, but help them recover so that they can still be part and enjoy the game. Sometimes, though, it's not that easy, and you also can't be too hard on yourself because we're not psychologists and we're not trained for this.
Have
So
a box of fita right beside you. Oh, don't get mad. Here, have a fita.
I like that.
All right. So so for wrapping this up, we have what Desky was saying for us to wrap this up. Desky was saying a little bit earlier about what we were talking about, that's what he does. Post mortem, he discuss the strategy, what happened, how where they failed, where they did well, what they could have done better, right? So discuss all the strategies that they tried, they went wrong, and gives more strategies for input for the next game. And what we were saying about the hot-headed family members, he said that's personal. Don't drink and game at the same time. And instead of Fita, you could, you know,
Mentos.
Mentos, the fresh
Mentos.
Oh,
maker.
yung Max pala yung
Yeah,
Max
but candy.
Max.
So
What's it? Butterball, butterscotch
Ooh,
candy. Oh, that's
see,
Butterball.
that's how that
yeah.
shows age.
And Blockbuster. Blockbuster.
That shows age, Kiyo.
Heva Tarzan. Ah, di ba?
Sport. Or
Sport.
gusto ko yung
Or
ano, yung may chocolate sa gitna. What's the name of that thing?
Eclair.
hindi, yung parang holes na may
Para siyang
chocolate sa
holes
loob. Yeah, na
with
may
the
chocolate sa
chocolate in
loob.
the middle.
Eclair.
Para siyang stork pero may red lining pa yung candy. Alam ko
And
yun,
then
alam
it
ko yun.
has a brother or sister candy which is brown.
Yes.
So, dynamite. So, before we go
Dynamite.
further from our topic and just talking about candies and showing our age, thank you for your input. We
Candy.
appreciate it.
Hindi, gusto ko yung candy yung ano, yung nasa straw.
Hey,
Bazooka.
I tried to save this.
Tapos may stapler, di ba? Tapos bubuksan mo.
I tried. Everybody
Yung may
knows
straw?
I tried. Now even our viewers are on it. Now everybody's on it.
Bazooka Joe.
Hey, people who know Tarzan, you know that, even the powder is yummy. You know the reason why there's powder.
Chicadis,
Tarzan.
chicadis, everyone, chicadis, no?
Chicadis and cheezels. And cheezels. Oh,
Nagkaroon ako ng ano eh, isang buwan yata na may marka ako dito eh.
the hop and pop. Remember that? The hop
Di
and
ba
pop?
yung chicadis, di ba yung may,
Yeah, the bottle.
may stock
Hop and
protein?
pop. Yeah, the hop and pop.
All right.
Oh
So
man, and the sticky hand
that's-
in
Right, I had that.
Chupa Chup.
And
Chupa
that's
Chups,
how
yeah.
our
Oh,
viewers
yeah, that's awesome.
halved in no time.
Hey, shout out to people who know those candies. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you batchmates.
thank you, batchmates.
Yung tinumaliman na lang.
That's
A moment
how-
of a moment
That's
of
how we
silence for the
have
fallen candies.
our viewers in no time.
Meek.
Mik
How
May
can
turog yung
we-
mikmik eh.
Ah, but seriously, thank you for replying, and all your comments are really good.
Yes. This has been a super fun episode. And again, it just really shows how everyone, the ones who are following and the ones who are sharing, that we're all really just passionate about sharing this hobby to a lot of people.
And aching
And
right now.
And
Can't play.
it's great to see still that drive to share it and to enjoy games. And even if we don't get our regular game groups anymore, I really see it that we're just biding our time. As soon as it's good, like, we're just gonna flood every
We're
coffee shop and
back.
place so we can still meet again. And we'll be back at the tables playing again, and I'm really excited for that time. But meanwhile, it's really great to sort of see everyone who's a very strong advocate and who's really sharing the hobby to their friends, their family, both in at home and in social media. We're really grateful that you guys are with us here, and hopefully this was a fun evening for you guys. So happy February! I think this is
Yeah, it's the first
this
day.
Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
February this year is a perfect square, but they kind of
Really?
cheated. But they started on a Monday for the one, but it's a perfect square. 'cause
Supposed to
it's
be
Monday,
Sunday.
and it's
Anyway.
Monday to Saturday, Sunday. Because Asians, we started at Sunday and it ends at Saturday, but apparently the rest of the world starts at the Monday and then Saturday, Sunday.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. What he said.
Yes. Very good. Desky has a good product suggestion for us, variable candy.
We can make money out of that.
I don't think so.
Let's start with t-shirts muna.
It'll
Before
be
Hindi,
a
hindi, hindi,
red
hindi, hindi.
circle.
Hindi ako, payag ako. Tapos ang kukuhanin natin yung lips. Lips candy.
Oh my.
yung,
And we're back. Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. Play
Yung
more old
pagka
games.
sinupsup mo, magiging lipstick na siya. Sobrang pula.
ano yan, parang yaki, ano yun, yaki, bubblegum, yaki.
Yung lipstick. Barkada ko nagbibenta pa ng ano eh. Sa classroom, grade 3, nagbibenta ng lips.
Oh my
Galing eh.
gosh.
Lupit eh. Good job.
Business-minded eh.
Oo.
Grade
Galing
3
eh.
pa lang eh, di ba? Pare, gusto mo ng lips.
Ako last na lang. Di ba sa Ovaltine? Meron siyang ano. Meron, di ba may mga laruan yun? Question. Inuubos niyo ba siya? Agad? Para makuha niyo siya?
Candy?
Para makuha niyo yung laruan. You know,
You dig
toys.
through it.
Oh, so we're not allowed to dig through it because then we won't drink it. So since they don't allow me to get it right away, and the
You
rule
drink
is that
the crap
kailangan mo
out of it.
no, I get bowls. Like
does
you
it
can see
allow
why
you?
the size. I get bowls. I pour it out and I eat it, so that it's still half. Gumabot siya sa point na half na siya. I'll sit at the cupboard area and then I'll eat it until I see the toy, and then I can stop. There.
That's
Kami,
how you stop
yung,
yourself.
yung Ultraman cards tsaka yung Hard Rock candy na pag binato mo, may bukol ka. Ano
I can
yun?
remember that.
Ultraman.
It's a hardball
Yan,
candy,
naalala
right?
ko lang text
So
eh.
hard. The candy was so hard, it breaks the,
Jawbreaker.
but
Oh
in
yeah,
it's
the jawbreaker was
a flat
annoyingly.
candy.
Ah,
with the
yeah, yeah,
Ultraman
yeah.
card. You want the Ultraman card.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you had Ultraman King, oh my goodness. People will be buying.
Text
I
kayo,
think
di
we have
ba?
to go. I think we have to
Tapos
go.
yung text mo, ang daya-daya ng kaibigan mo, sinagtataka, ba't lagi siyang panalo, may piso pala sa loob.
I
May
think we have
piso
to
sa
go.
loob.
Bye.
Thanks,
Hindi-
Ultraman
everybody.
card
Sorry.
candy.
Bye,
Play
everyone.
more old
Lagi
games
na
until
finish.
next time.
Thank you, Desky.
Thanks,
Joran,
guys.
Jake,
There's a lot.
Jeb,
Argy,
Clint,
yeah, Fred,
Brett.
Luvin, Clint, Corix,
Jeb,
Joram,
Jeb,
Danilin. Right?
Yeah, and
Jeb,
yes. All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you, everybody.
everyone, for joining. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Butterball.